It's been a nearly 2-year road to get to this day, November 5th, 2024. In November of 2022, Donald Trump announced his bid for the presidency, running for the third time. He faced primary challengers including Governor Ron DeSantis and former Ambassador Nikki Haley. On April 25th, 2023, President Joe Biden announced he would seek re-election. As the year went on, concerns about the age of America's oldest sitting president grew louder and louder. But still, Biden insisted he was the only Democrat who can and has defeated Donald Trump. Meanwhile, Trump opted not to participate in any of the Republican debates. Instead, he campaigned as though unthreatened by his challengers, holding rallies all throughout 2023 and 2024. It was in the summer of 2024 that the 45th President of the United States came within millimeters of losing his life during a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania on July 13th. A gunman perched on a nearby building managed to shoot Donald Trump in the ear. His survival and the viral image of his pumped fist that came after invigorated the Republican National Convention, which occurred just days later. Trump accepted the nomination on stage, where he honored Corey Comparator, the firefighter who lost his life as bullets flew at the rally. After the RNC, calls for Joe Biden to drop off the Democratic ticket grew to a fever pitch. High-ranking congressional officials publicly and privately called for him to step aside. Holed up at home and fighting COVID, a man who had dedicated 6 decades of his life to public service announced via signed letter that he would not seek a second term in the White House. Very swiftly, Vice President Kamala Harris was elevated to the top of the ticket. An emergency meeting of the convention delegates was convened over Zoom, and Harris was cemented as the 2024 Democratic nominee for president. This meant that the Democrats' convention in Chicago would be all but a formality. And in fact, they did have fun with the what was now ceremonial roll call. Celebrities invigorated the usually droll event and turned it into a party. After accepting the nomination, Harris turned to traditional and non-traditional media alike to introduce herself to the American people. Likewise, President Trump sat for interviews with Dr. Phil and Joe Rogan, all while both crisscrossed the country making their arguments to voters about why they should become the most powerful person in the free world. Both candidates have their supporters and their detractors. Harris supporters say she will begin a new generation of leadership in American government. And Republicans are eager for Trump to fix what they say is a broken economy. Those against Trump worry about his rhetoric and his strict immigration policies, while those who fear a Harris presidency are concerned about her track record of left-leaning policies and are distrustful of the way that she became the Democratic nominee. It's an understatement to say it has been an unusually winding road to get to this point. But now, right now, this very moment, America gets to vote. Today is the day America decides. In Washington, D.C., I'm Matt Bailey.